Hi, I'm Torstein from Cinema Terror, and today I have a Bruno Mattei movie to talk about that attempts to rip off both Aliens and The Terminator at the same time.
It has settled over the city and is slowly destroying every form of life. The government has declared it a disaster area and has ordered the evacuation of the few remaining survivors.
This film has actually been released under the titles of Terminator 2, Aliens 2, Alienators, although its most known title is Shocking Dark. This 1989 Italian sci-fi horror movie takes place in a post-apocalyptic Venice. Yeah, the setup of the world is done that sloppily. Some scientists are trying to figure out how to fix the world in the basement of a factory or something like that, when suddenly gooey monsters are coming out to attack them all. A special force going under the macho name of Megaforce, not to be confused with the movie of the same title, together with a scientist and a representative from a company called Tubular Corporation, is sent down to figure out what is going on and save the day.
I repeat, all members of the Megaforce will proceed to Assembly Point H immediately.
All right, my man Kane.
Now who could that be? Yo, Coster. What's going on?
Shocking Dark actually has more in common with Aliens than Terminator. Even though it takes place on Earth, something I'm guessing is done due to the production not having a big enough budget for an alien planet setting. I guess our dear beloved director, Bruno Mattei, credited on this one with his alias Vincent Dawn, here together with another great guy of Italian B cinema and screenwriter on this production, Claudio Fragasso, who both probably had a weekend together where they watched a bunch of James Cameron movies and figured out that they could do this better and decided to do a mashup of his movies, Italian style. Most of Shocking Dark shows this gang of soldiers that we couldn't care less about, walking around in the cellar of this factory, trying their best to do dumb stuff that makes it easier for the creatures to attack them. There is a lot of shouting and shooting, but little progress story-wise. When the movie comes to the last 30 minutes, however, the alien-looking creatures disappears, and we get a reveal that the corporate representative is in fact a killer robot. Or a Terminator, if you will. He then lets our main girl loose due to the factory self-destructing in 30 minutes, and he hunts her down slowly, not to kill her, but just to let her know how long time they have left before the building explodes.
15 minutes till total destruction. There's no way you can escape.
Then we get a very weird transition from the factory, and suddenly we are in the city of Venice, where the Terminator is chasing the leading woman a bit more before the final showdown. Shocking Dark is a cheesy and trashy movie, but there are sometimes gold to be found in a trash can, or something like that. 95% of all the characters are annoying as fuck, the movie looks and feels cheap, the story makes no sense at all, the direction is terrible, the acting is awful, and the dialogue is hilariously bad. So you would think that the movie is not worth your time then, right? Well, if you're into Italian rip-off movies that cross the line from being just bad and becoming so bad it's good due to high entertainment values, then this might not be a movie to pass up on after all.
Now I can see you! Now I can kill you easy! I only have to take one step towards you!
If you're not familiar with Mattei and or Fragasso, then let me just give you a quick rundown of what type of movies they are mostly known for. Some of Mattei's work includes perhaps the most violent Nazi exploitation movie ever with Women's Camp 119, the hilariously awesome Hell of the Living Dead, the mid-90s Jaws ripoff Cruel Jaws, of course also known as Jaws 5, and many, many more. Fragasso might always be known due to him being the guy behind the infamous Troll 2, but he also has plenty of other B-movie greatness on his filmography, including Beyond Darkness, Some Before After Death, and Monster Dog, the last surprisingly starring Alice Cooper. If you are familiar with these titles, you should have an idea of what you can expect with Shocking Dark. Knowing who to recommend this movie to is quite easy actually. If these mentioned movies are able to give you an entertaining time, then Shocking Dark is not a bad choice to check out. It is a bad movie, yeah, but there is enough cheesy stuff in it to make it entertaining if you're into this stuff. I would never recommend Shocking Dark to the average moviegoer, but for those who have a taste for Italian ripoffs, Shocking Dark is at times fun enough to make it worthwhile to sit through. Which is why I'm giving Shocking Dark a 2.5 out of 5. Anyone else seen Shocking Dark? Or any other fans of Mattei or Fragasso out there? If so, what are some of your favorite movies from this Italian duo? I have a video out on one of Matthij's later efforts, the 2004 cannibal film, Cannibal Holocaust: The Beginning. So if Matthij is your cup of coffee, then give that video a go. Positive feedback lets me know I should do more of these, so do that if you enjoyed this vid and want more. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon here on Cinema Terror.